Tonight, I will tell you about a companion who had no family to defend him, no tribe to protect him, no wealth to save him. They dragged him into the desert, stripped him of dignity, placed a burning stone on his chest, and while suffocating, stay until the end. Because when you discover who this man is, you will never look at your struggles the same way again. He was born far from power, dark-skinned, a foreign, a slave. A society where lineage was everything, he had none. No status, no voice, no protection. He belonged to a cruel master. He was property. Some of you feel unseen, unimportant, forgotten. So was he. Then came a message spreading quietly in Makkah. A message of Rasulullah. The message of the best of creation. The message of the real king. This is Muhammad Rasulullah. He came with one God, no idols, only Allah. Heart accepted immediately, without hesitation, without fear, without knowing the price. Now I want us to talk about the heat of Makkah. Before the stone, before the shouting, there was the sun, not the gentle sun of the morning, not the golden sunset people photograph. This was the sun of midday in Makkah, a sky with no clouds, no mercy above you. The light does not feel bright, it feels heavy. As if the sky itself is pressing down on your shoulders. The air does not move. There is no breeze, only stillness. And that stillness traps the heat around you. You breathe in, and it feels dry, like inhaling from an oven. Your throat tightens. Your tongue sticks to the roof of your mouth. Lips begin to crack within minutes. The sand beneath your feet is not soft. It is scorching. If you stand too long, it burns through your skin. If you fall, it brands your back. Sun striking from above. You are trapped between two flames. Silence sit. The horizon shimmers. The air looks like it is melting. It disappears before it can fall. Your heart beats faster. Your breathing becomes shallow. And then, a rock. A massive stone that has been sitting under that same sun. It is not just heavy. It is burning. Placed on your chest, the weight steals your breath. The heat from the rock enters your skin. Your ribs press into the sand. You try to inhale, but the air itself feels like fire. And around you, voices, mocking, deny him, curse him. And in that furnace, with no tribe to protect you, no power to save you, that is what this companion was going through. He said, reject him, curse his Lord, return to our gods. And what did he say? Not a lecture, not an argument, just ahad, one. Allah is one, Allah is one. We miss prayer because we're tired. We hide Islam because we're embarrassed. He held on to Allah while dying. One day, a noble companion saw him being tortured. He paid for his freedom. Islam raised him. From slave to honored believer, from invisible to unforgettable. Same society that crushed him would later stand in rows behind his voice. Years later, the Prophet said to him, I heard your footsteps ahead of me in Jannah. The man once crushed under a rock, now walking on the soil of Jannah. And why? Because he used to pray 2 rak'ah after every wudu. Small deed, consistency, sincerity. The Prophet made him the Mu'adhin of Makkah. When the Prophet passed away, he could not call the adhan anymore. Every time he reached, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Voice broke. He cried. Medina cried. Years later he returned. He called the adhan again. The entire city wept because it reminded them of the Prophet. This man had no tribe, no power, no protection. The world saw a slave. But Allah saw a heart that refused to bow to anything except him. The man who said ahad under torture. The man whose footsteps are in Jannah. So think about this man. A man with no tribe, no power, no protection. They dragged him into the desert, under a burning sun, onto sand that felt like fire. They placed a heavy stone on his chest and ordered him to deny his Lord. But instead of denying, he whispered only one word, Ahad, Ahad. Man they tried to break, became the man whose footsteps were heard in paradise. Do you know who this man was? This man is Bilal. This is the story of Bilal ibn Rabah. The pain of the desert lasted a few hours, but the honor Allah gave him lasts forever. Thank you for watching my full video. May Allah bless and guide us.